You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Thompson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's The Voice After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's The Voice After Show.
Ooh. You're listening to Club The Voice. We're covering episodes 2 and 3. This is season 6. The Blinds Continue. I'm Jason Ikeler.
I'm Chloe West.
I'm Christian Rosenberg.
And I'm Stephanie Giorgi.
So guys, The Voice has killer talent this season already.
So much!
There's been so many times that my whole body is just tingling.
It's honestly, I feel like every season I'm like, that's the best singer that's been on The Voice. But I think we got her tonight. I think we found, honestly, the best singer The Voice has seen. It's incredible how they do it.
And I think I like that The Voice, we talked about this a little bit last week, but they're losing sort of the artsy sound and just going for like good powerhouse singers now.
Except for one person today.
Yeah.
You're
we'll
right.
talk about her.
But it is nice. It's nice that I think at first they were like, ooh, indie, different, gonna sell stuff. And now they realize that, you know, the audience wants to hear just good singers. We want to hear The Voice. And yes, we do like indie artists. It's not that the Regina Spektor sound is going anywhere, but it really needs to be genuine. And I think that they're seeing that a lot of singers in the past seasons were not genuine. And now finally they're really finding the genuine, true singers, true soul singers, true indie singers, true rock, true country, and going with them. And because they find that if they're that true artist, then they're really going to go far.
Exactly.
We're not fools. The audience sees through it.
We know what's up.
Yeah.
We're smarter than that.
Yeah.
Let's hop right into Team Adam. His first contestant, Christian just laughed at his own joke, was Carrie Lane.
No, I didn't.
And she sang Better Dig
Maybe I
2
did.
by the band Perry. And I was super impressed with her. Because I feel like she has such a powerful and current country voice. And a lot of like the current country singers right now aren't like powerhouse singers with that grit, and I loved it.
I like this girl a lot. She actually reminded me a lot of Amber Carrington.
Okay.
I think she has a very clean voice, like where she just sounds very clear, very, I don't know, not like there's not too much else going on, right? It's just purely her voice.
I didn't like she was like squatting the whole time she was on stage, which took away from it a little bit.
I wrote that she's really good and I really like her. She just needs a little tune-up, which is totally what the show's for. She's really good for the show because she's a good singer. She has the basics, and now she needs a coach to take her, coach her to be like, you know what? Maybe one time you bend down like that.
Yeah, not the whole time.
Yeah, I actually like very, very similar note with that, because I feel her stage presence overall was good, but it was a little too much of those type of things, but like just the fine-tuning things with it, and it will definitely help with that. And I loved how Usher just kind of like gave up in like trying to win her over.
In the fight?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen the judges fight for anybody like this before. That was pretty awesome. I think what's great about this season of The Voice that makes the show different is that, these judges, it's no holds barred. There are no rules. They're jumping out of their seats.
Yeah.
They're jumping on stage. And what's cool is the judges are also sort of semi-hosts for the show.
Right.
You know, Carson's not on the stage. He's back with the families. So the judges kind of have the reins, and, you know, they're asking the people their names. They're introducing
Which
them.
is
and
fun.
it's great. Yeah, it makes the show more dynamic.
I thought with her especially too, the way she ends her phrases is almost like Dolly Parton.
Oh,
Which
interesting.
I can see
Which
that.
I love.
I can see that a little bit.
And
yeah.
so I think that's kind of cool to make that sound more current and country.
Yeah, and I liked her rendition of the song. I mean, she changed it up a
Yeah,
little bit.
because
It
that's
wasn't
a
so
super,
karaoke.
like, the band Perry's huge right now. So
Yeah.
she's going to get the comparisons, and I wasn't even thinking about them, and I love them.
Isn't it funny how as soon as a country song starts, everybody turns their head to Blake Shelton immediately?
To see
Right.
if he'll
To see,
pick.
no, yeah, of course. To see even his first impression, they're like, wait, are they good?
Right. And
To his
how
standards?
interesting was this episode? They were all waiting. Every single person, they were going to wait to that last note, which I thought was, I was a little annoyed. I like it when
Me
they get
too.
excited and they hit it immediately, and I get why, you know, they're building anticipation and they're keeping us watching, but part of me, you know, misses them just hitting it immediately and going
But
for
I think
it.
too, part of the reason they're waiting, obviously, it is good TV. But we're on season 6 now, so they have to be that much better. So I think the judges are like, okay, let's see if she can hit this high note in the bridge before I completely turn around.
Yeah, they're
Which makes
analyzing it
sense.
more than
Yeah,
they
than
have
they
before.
used to.
Yeah.
So next up from night 2 last week was Delvin Choice, who sang A
Yes.
Song for You by Donny Hathaway. Holy Lord Jesus.
Where was this guy last season?
He was on last season.
I know, but I'm saying this guy, this song, this singer.
Same guy. I think I thought last season he did a great job, and they just
He sang Neo last season.
Yeah,
right?
they just he sang too much of a current pop hit. I would love for him to try and do Neo again, but do so I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but Neo wrote, you know, the Beyonce song Irreplaceable, to the left, so Neo wrote that, and Neo's covered it, and it's so killer. I would love to see Delvin go back, do Neo, but do the Neo cover version of that song, because it would just, he could kill it, and it would be awesome,
Yeah,
and he has
he's
the
insane.
attitude to do it.
Well, and like singers, a lot of times R&B singers on this show, they do way too many runs and they try to like go too far. And I thought he had the perfect blend where like when he did it, it was so powerful. And then when he held back, it was powerful. I was blown away.
And how does he get his hair to do that?
Yeah.
God, that's cool. I love it.
And I love, what did Shakira say? My hips don't lie and I don't lie either.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
She's
she's so
yeah,
funny.
and she's like, my hips don't lie, and neither do my lips. I love it. Her hips and lips don't lie.
And
There you go.
Can we like officially also proclaim that Adam is the king of the 4 chair turns? Because he seems to win like 90% of the 4 chair turns.
Oh, interesting. I haven't been keeping
That's
track.
true, actually. No, yeah,
He seems to
hasn't.
like win
Huh.
all
when
the
the
time.
4 of them turn over.
He
Well,
just-
Around. Excuse
Shakira
me.
won one tonight.
She
She did.
did.
Yeah,
She did
that
get
was
one
dope.
tonight.
That was super sick.
But yeah, I'm excited to see him go far in the competition and hear him do something a little more current, like that Neo song would be cool. So getting into tonight, we have Sam Bamer, who sang Royals by Lord.
This is
Everybody
This
shared
this
it.
was the great one you were talking about at the beginning of the show, right?
yeah.
The great one?
That was sarcasm.
Oh, yeah. So let's talk about Sam.
Let's do it.
Honestly, I think that Adam, after he turned around, and see, he turned around very early, which is maybe why they started
Yeah.
to wait. Because she, sounded a little cool and different at the beginning, but as the song went on, she only got worse.
She did. Absolutely.
And she's different. Yeah, as Adam and Usher said, you know, she doesn't sing right in the middle, you know, it's kind of cool. I think that's all BS. I just think she's not good.
No, this is a perfect example of karaoke, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I was talking to my neighbor who was watching, like, you know, the show and everything, and he's right. It's one of those things where, you know, when you see, I've seen that before. Thank you. I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Also, thank you for trying to replicate everyone else who tries to be unique. Like, I think
Thank you.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
so tired also of. Is just that I get what they're trying to be like. Again, they're trying to sound different, but they're not sounding they're different. They're sounding the different of someone else that they heard.
Yeah.
She sounded, and I feel bad to say this, but horrible. She sounded stupid, especially
she
at
has
the
like
end.
a goat-like quality to her
I,
voice.
I put that this was if Lord was trying to do an impression of Jewel.
Or like Alanis, if Lord was trying
Or
to do
Alanis.
Alanis.
Yeah.
And that's
right?
not
She
a
combined the
good
two
sound.
voices.
Well, and what's cool about this song for Lord is that she's 16 and an artsy girl, but this isn't a song you should sing on this show anyway because it's mid-tempo and there's not big moments in it. It's like cool that Lord is young and artsy, but this girl just took it and made it worse.
She did, and
I
she
don't
was-
understand
I
how this girl
wonder.
advanced.
I would like to see them put some of these like artsy girls in voice lessons because the voice is there. If she had training to be like, no, you sing on the note. You don't sing above or below it.
I guess. You see, and Usher said that she had something, a quirkiness to her, but I don't think that was a good thing. I thought the quirkiness was not.
Like everybody keeps comparing Regina Spektor. Regina Spektor is a classically trained musician, so any like vocal choice she makes, she's thinking about the whole of the chord while she's
Right.
playing. Like she's a genius. She's not like, oh, I'm gonna try to sound crappy and it'll be artsy.
Right, and I think what really went wrong with Sam here is that she just has no breath control. She has no
Yep.
training, and it's so
No.
obvious. And
like that's what, like oh my god.
Sounds like she's in puberty is pretty much what it comes down to.
that, and I think what a lot of people need to realize that maybe this show is not right for is for people like Lord, like Regina Spektor, who are very much their own artists. you can take the liberty when it's your own art and you're producing it. But when you're not, you know, she's not producing this herself. Like, she's just going out there and singing a song that's been made. She didn't create it. Yeah, and the same way. Like, she didn't try and arrange it in a different way. We saw some pretty cool arrangements tonight.
Yeah.
And you can see how you can make it your own. And when it's not your own, it just doesn't work.
Exactly. So we're all in agreement.
Yeah,
Sorry, Sam.
Sorry, Sam. Yeah.
We're really nice, we promise. So we didn't see Joshua Howard, but he made it on Team Adam as well, which we all know that means the producers don't want him to win.
But, you know, that can always change.
Yeah. You go, Sam. Joshua, whatever your name is.
Ugh.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't mix them up.
Final on Team Adam was Patrick Thompson, who's saying, "Can't you see?" What'd you guys think about him?
So good.
Yeah.
Plus the song. I love that song, but no, he killed it. He was awesome.
His voice just was
Listen to
everything. I mean, he was one of those. We had a few of them tonight where they started singing and you just felt safe. You were fine. You were going to sit back, listen, and enjoy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you knew that they had it. This was their song. They were going to hit every note, and they were just going to have fun, and it was going to be nice listening. And I had a great time.
See,
I think he's going to go far.
I am bored because I feel like just like the artsy girl is the thing to do on The Voice, I feel like the soulful rock guy has been overdone, and I feel like there's 5 contestants like him last season.
I was just going to say, because I had a question for Chloe regarding this, and it's on the same wavelength that you were just saying. You seem to really enjoy this guy. What makes him different than Austin Jenks last year, who at first you weren't a big fan of?
He's more talented.
Oh, yeah,
think so?
He's a better
100%,
vocalist for
yeah.
sure.
Okay, I
don't-
think they're very similar to each other.
Austin
And I liked Austin a lot.
Austin's saying the same things over and over again. This guy, in one song, has shown that he has such a wider range. Austin's range was very, very small.
Yeah, I think vocally he's really good. I'm just saying, as an artist, he's probably going to sing a Ray LaMontagne song on the show.
Yeah.
You know, he's super predictable. Not that he's not talented. I just feel like
I think he can
Voice,
do more.
We've seen so much. I hope he does.
think I understand what you're saying, like, especially seeing from last season how many guys we had like that. But I think what's cool about him is that he is going to be able to do more things.
Yeah.
You can just tell from the way his voice is raspy is so natural and not put on the way other people's
Try to fake
that
it.
we've seen it, yeah, or who put it on in certain notes, or when they really push for a note, it becomes raspy. His was just that way the whole time.
Well, yeah, I don't have any like critiques about his actual vocal ability. I think he's super talented.
Whatever. I think he's fine. I was dancing to him right now while we were listening to him the whole time. He has that. Like, whatever it is, there's something about himself that he put out there that pulled me in, and I think that that's important too, because there's plenty of artists in the world who are on the radio and who maybe aren't the best, but they obviously have connections with their fans, and it is what it is. It's just good.
You preach, Steffi G.
Holla.
Well, let's get into Team Shakira.
Wepa.
First up on her team, we're going to talk about was from night 2, and that was Deja Hall, who sang True
Yes.
Colors by Cyndi Lauper.
I think it was a risky song choice, to be honest.
Yeah.
She's very young, and I think for a young girl to sing an 80s song dates her. So, you know, the judges could be thinking, uh-oh, you know, this person's a little bit older, and when you're young, you got to play the young card, always, because they're going to jump on that. But she did such a good job.
Well, that's what I think, and I mean this isn't a compliment, but she has like, because I love Glee, she has like a Glee-like quality to her voice, where it's like musical theater pop, and it works for her. I'm excited for her to get like vocal training on the show, because her phrases did get a little bit shaky toward the end, but give her some breath support. She's cute.
Yeah.
She's incredibly talented.
She was my favorite of Tuesday's show, personally.
Wow.
I thought she was my favorite one. And yet at the same time, I felt that she could have taken a couple more risks towards the end of the song, but I felt she kind of played, as difficult as True Colors is, I still feel she played it a little on the safer side.
See, I don't think she did, though, because I think if you wail on a song like this, it takes away from the simplicity of the song. And it almost shows that she's more of an artist, that she can take the song and honor it and still make it her own.
Well, because of that, that's why I think I enjoyed it, because I felt the safer side kind of expressed it a little more.
Yeah, I was actually impressed about how much she could connect to the song, being so young. You know, we've seen in the past that the younger contestants have a little trouble connecting, especially to the song and the camera. And I think she's going to be a great one to watch and watch her grow.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool.
You got any thoughts, Steffi G?
No, yeah, she was. I just didn't know if it was nerves or if it was just like her, like if she just needed some coaching or anything. Because I just feel like sometimes their first performance is not the best one just because it's the first one, but
Yeah, she's 16. She's never been on a show like this before.
and she's young. That's my biggest thing. So I just feel like if she gets to be on the stage more and whatever, then.
Yeah, how cute was Shakira when she won her? She got so excited. It was so cute. It is so much fun to watch Shakira have
She's
her reactions
so
to
animated.
everything. Yes, I love it. It's so fun.
So next up on Team Shakira is
Team Shaq.
Clarissa Serna, who sang Zombie by the Cranberries.
Yeah.
Loved
She was
this
dope.
one.
I love a white girl who can rock, but a white girl who can rock that can actually sing.
Yep.
Yes.
You know what I mean? She has
Absolutely.
such a powerful like pop rock vocal, and like I just love
And
everything
her
about
look
it.
is great.
Yeah.
She was gorgeous.
Yeah.
She was dressed for the part. You know, she really is sort of the complete package, ready to go.
And a very fun personality that we saw like before and after.
Yeah.
I thought she was really cool. And I think the Cranberries are one of the more underrated rock bands as far as in America. I know they're big elsewhere. And to bring it back on the show, and she just killed it.
Well, she took it and she made it almost like you could hear like Pink or Kelly Clarkson covering the song like
Yeah.
this. Like, and she did so good. And she's got the high notes, but she and she has the rasp in them, but not in like a shouty way, which I think a lot of times the pop rock singers mess up.
There's some parts where I didn't like her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
She wasn't
Like
like
where?
incredible to me. Just like. Yeah, there's just, and I was trying to, I don't know, there's just, she didn't grab me all the way. She was great. They're like, towards the end, I think it got better for me, but it was, some of the songs sounded regular, and I'm just wondering if it was just that song that she could sing good, because she's using all of her, everything in it, you know?
I think
Can
she
she
was
sing
like-
something quieter?
Yeah.
I think she can.
so.
I
I
think
want
she
to hear her
definitely
sing
can.
ironic.
The crazy thing was that was rolling through my head and you beat
Really?
me to it. I was
That's
thinking
funny.
Alanis.
You know what I like about her is her story for a few reasons. She has one of the more genuine stories.
Yeah.
That is a heartfelt story, but you know what? She's not playing like, I'm sorry if this is un-PC, but she's not playing a death card. She's
Yeah.
not playing the cancer card. She's not playing the like, I'm a young kid and people bullied me card.
But it is hard too because we're watching this and like as viewers and we're like, oh god, another sob story. But the producers make them do it.
Right.
So it does suck if they're like, hey, what happened to you in your life? That was horrible. And you're like, oh, my dad died. And then they're like, okay, tell us about that. Do you want to sing this for him?
Right,
You're not
that's
going to
true.
say no.
That's
Right.
true.
So
Because they do want to be on the show. So, of course.
Yeah.
And, yeah, once you tell them your life story and they find something, it's not really your choice of
But
what
they,
gets
but
picked.
they pigeonhole you. And I mean, and they do it in all of these competition shows. They pigeonhole you with your story. And that's why I like her story because she's just a singer who loves music.
Yeah, and helping out girls, and I think that's great. And it was just a cool story. It was genuine, and you know, it was coming from a good place. And she's gonna be another one to really watch. I think she's really gonna go far.
Agreed.
So we got Lindsay Picano, and she didn't get like 2 seconds on the
Yeah.
show. She sang Lady Marmalade,
Yay,
which I would have
Lindsay.
loved to see.
Me too. And the little tiny clip that they had Shakira say was like,
She sounded awesome.
yeah, did you have an oxygen machine? I'm like, damn, I want to watch this
I know.
performance.
Yeah.
Come on,
Also, I'm
The
a
Voice.
sucker for Lady Marmalade, so what can I
I think
say?
we all are.
I wonder if she did the Little Kim rap. Do you think she did?
Maybe that's why they couldn't show it. It was too vulgar for The
Yes.
Voice.
If I went on The Voice, I would do a Missy Elliott song.
Okay.
OMG.
So we got finally on Shakira was Deshawn Washington, who sang "Twistin' the Night Away" by Sam Cooke.
Loved it. I think probably one of the bigger risks anyone's taken during blinds. I mean, besides Cole Vosbury last year, who sang an intro song, which is pretty
Right.
crazy. But what I like about Deshawn is that, you know, super cool song choice, super him, obviously. You can totally tell that's just who he is. And he came out there and he sang it and no one was turning around. And he just kept his little spirit up. And it was great. I'm very excited. I think he's going to be, you know, sort of the way Aloe Black is right now.
Okay.
You know, this is kind of coming back. And I think Shakira is actually like riding the wave perfectly because she can really take a lot of the new Aloe Black songs and
Make him
this
sing.
guy, yeah, this
Al
guy
Black,
is,
I think is he going to be one of the
he is, yeah, he's going to be one of the Adam's mentor.
mentor this season? I thought he was really good. I think I like that he chose the song, but he needed to have a bigger moment in the song for
Yes.
his blind audition.
I thought it was
because it was just felt
boring.
like it was on the same level the whole time, and
He had
vocally he
awkward
was really
stage
good.
presence,
But
too. Sorry for interrupting.
no, you're fine. I agree with that too.
Yeah, it was just like
A little like
He was just doing that
For
same
those of
thing.
you listening,
I know
you
oh, sorry.
couldn't
I'm
see
doing
it.
a little movement here that he was doing. It was a
It
repetitive
almost
movement.
reminded
I felt
me
like that
of,
could have helped his
you're
voice
at
better
a
if he
theme
stopped
park.
moving.
You know when you're at a theme park and people just bust out in song? It reminded me of that, but I think he's super talented. And I like that he has sort of an R&B voice, and he didn't do an R&B song.
I wasn't crazy about him. He's got a very good voice, but this to me is not the type of voice that could win this show.
I think it is. I think this isn't the type of song that could win this show. But he was on point. All of his runs, everything were super crisp.
I don't know.
I think
I
for
just
song is
don't
a-
see it for like a prime time. This type of voice for some reason just doesn't for me scream this style of show. I don't know.
think
It
you're
just
thinking
doesn't
of
to
the
me.
song though, because
Well, I mean, and maybe he, for all I know, he could come out next week and sing One Republic for all I know and just be
He's-
completely different. I don't want him to sing One Republic, but
Is that weird?
No, because
No,
it
I
had like
think
a
he's
theatrical
awkward.
quality to it.
That's what it is. Maybe that. Yeah,
No,
he's
he's
forgettable right now at this point for me.
I think he's just a little awkward, and I think he just needs some stage presence, and then that way it'll control his movement because his movement was nervous movement.
Yes, absolutely.
And once he gets stage presence and gets some confidence in him, and that'll all come with the coaching. I think that'll really help, and a great song choice can really, I think, push someone like this really far.
But I do like knowing that he's saying this is that he can take risks.
Yeah.
And that's important. And I think it's almost good that he got in on that song because anything he does after this will surprise us.
It's going to sound so much better. Yes, absolutely.
Totally. And for me, I think someone who takes risks is more exciting than someone who does well with a boring song.
Yeah.
So that's why I think I really like him, is I'm like, yes, kill it. Like, you did something so different, and they liked it.
Yeah.
And they were surprised that he wasn't older. When they turned around, they were really surprised he was younger. And I think Usher especially is kicking himself.
I feel like they've been surprised by a lot of people when they turn around, like more so than normal this season.
That's why it's The Voice.
Yes.
What's fun, I think, too, is when the people are, telling the producers what songs they're going to sing, the producers like to mix it up and, because the judges are constantly calculating, especially someone like Blake. Mm-hmm. They're sitting there and they're like, oh, okay, they're singing this song. I bet, it's an old song. Okay, it's an old guy,
Yeah.
And now they're going to be thinking, oh, it's an old song. And the producers have made it a young person. So now they're, and I think the producers kind of like to keep the judges on their toes so that they are surprised because it's so entertaining.
No, it's definitely entertaining for us to watch their reactions.
I wish they would do the thing, they haven't done it this season yet, where we don't as the audience get to see the person's face. They did that a while back.
Yeah,
where
they
you
used
just
to film
see them
their
walking
feet.
up.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Oh, that would be fun.
Before we get into Team Usher, everybody go onto iTunes and
Do
rate
it.
and subscribe our Voice podcast. We read all your comments, share the YouTube link on Twitter and Facebook, and we comment back and forth.
We do.
Haters gonna hate.
That's okay. That's
all
okay.
right.
But we love the love too.
Yes, sis.
I like both. I like to hear the haters too.
Yeah, but I would like to say something to the haters. We all have musical backgrounds, and so we all have a right to be on this panel.
Yes.
And if you don't think we have, Google me.
Also, this is for super fans. So if you're a fan of the show, you're allowed to be on the show regardless. So I don't know why.
Yeah,
thanks, Stephanie Giorgi.
I am.
That's how it started. We're just trying to talk about the show.
I am,
That's all it is.
and I am all for people disagreeing with opinions. That's great. That sparks up debate.
But don't knock it down.
Don't say that either knock the show down. Then don't if you don't like the show, don't watch it. It's just that simple.
That's right.
Because we love the show, and we got lots and lots of people, or millions of people that watch this, and thousands upon thousands of people that listen to us. Which is
and don't tell us about
pretty
our
badass.
life.
Yeah, that's what's up. Let's get into Team Usher, baby. First up from night 2 was Madilyn Paige, who sang Titanium by David Guetta and Sia.
Okay.
I really, really, really liked her. At first, I was like, oh God, here comes another artsy little girl. But her voice is so pure. And Sia is insanely talented, like so hard to cover.
Yes.
And I think she, especially with Usher, he's going to mold her and make her into a little superstar.
Yeah, I'm so glad she's on Usher's team. I think that's such a dynamic coaching couple. And what's really, really funny was to see how stoked Usher was.
Yeah, that she's
when
young
he
and
got
cute.
her. Yeah, and like he just lit up, which was, I think is really fun to see when they get excited.
Yeah, of course.
Because I think it takes a lot for the judges to get excited about something.
And I think sometimes, too, they turn around and see, I'm going to use your word, like the marketableness about them. So like, oh, wow, yes, voice, look, height, age perfect,
Yeah,
like
on
good,
point.
on point with everything. But I have to say, I love that she chose this song.
And the
I
way
love
she
this
did
song.
it too, like
Yeah.
super unplugged.
You know what I like about her too? She's a more deep Danielle Bradbury.
Yeah.
She has all the marketability that
Yes.
Danielle has, but she has that sincerity and she connects better with the camera and the
But
audience.
even like there's like heartbreak in that voice.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you didn't know her, you'd be like, oh, this is
She doesn't
girl's,
sound
like 30
16.
and, yeah.
Yeah.
Not at all. And I think Usher has
Usher
that little ear, and he's like, 16-year-old, I got her, I got her.
And the other thing with Usher is, I mean, Usher's brilliant mind when it comes to arranging the songs that fit his
Yeah.
singer. Because love her voice. I honestly wasn't too crazy of the super slow version of this, but I
Wow.
can't wait to see
I loved it.
what Usher does with her because of the talent that she has and just the brilliant mind that he has on setting the songs up. I think they're going to be a great
it
pair.
was wise to slow it down because if she did like the dance version, it takes away from the vocals.
She never would have made it on if she
Yeah.
did that version ever.
would've sounded
Not in a million
karaoke.
years. Yeah. No, I thought it was brilliant of her to do it. It was a very Lady Gaga move when Lady Gaga was starting, and she would take all of her dance hits and then just play them on the piano, and people freaked. I mean, if you can do that, everybody loves it. And I think
Well, it's the original. It's the heart of the song. It's where it
Yeah.
starts. So it's always nice to be reminded of that and hear it. Because, you know, not to brag on like DJs and everything else, because everything's dope, all the mixes, but, you know, just good music's good music at the end of the day. Or raw.
Yeah, and if it's a good
Raw, I
melody,
don't know how
it's a
you
good
would
melody.
call it if it's just not.
Unplugged.
Yeah, yeah, perfect.
Next up, we finally have a good brother duo on The Voice. Sorry, Swan Brothers. Walker's Brothers, who sang "Keep Me in My Mind" by Zach Brown.
Their harmonies.
Their harmonies. Everybody, their
Yeah,
harmonies were
yes,
so
yes.
on point.
And I think they said it best too, you know, them together is one perfect song. And I always think there's something interesting about siblings that sing together. And one of my favorite bands is the Avett Brothers. And people talk about them in this way, is that their vocal cords are genetically similar.
Yeah.
And so when siblings sing together, and they can harmonize better than anybody else, better than like Jason and I could together.
Yeah, well, debatable.
Right. True. We may be related.
I love your modesty.
I know.
We also may be matching today. Not planned, except subconsciously.
Exactly.
Except,
But, so back to actually The Voice. It's interesting because, yeah, it's so cool when siblings can harmonize more perfectly than anybody else. And when these guys, their personality, their spunk.
Yeah, they have like great stage presence, but they can actually sing.
I dug their
Yes.
story.
Yeah.
I thought their story was fun.
Oh my God, they
Yeah.
sang on the Johnny Cash show. Are you kidding me? That's
dude,
amazing.
he's an algebra teacher. That's the coolest
Algebra
teacher
teacher
ever.
who on the side is trying to run a recording studio with his brother and help his brother
Super
pay the
rad.
bills.
Hey, those
Dude.
are the cool teachers in school, man. I bet you it's a fun class.
You never mind.
Yeah.
Keeping it family.
But you're right.
I want to hear them do like Simon and Garfunkel though.
Yeah.
Like super unplugged.
You know what? I think I bet they have a wide range of influences. Just from the arrangement that they did with this song, they spiced it up, and I was so shocked the judges weren't turning around faster because
Why didn't
think
Blake turn his
that
chair?
was weird.
I think they didn't. I think it goes with the fact that they are brothers, so it sounds like one voice. And I think maybe listening to it, you would think like, why are they harmonizing so much with the backup singers? Almost.
I don't know, but for the blinds, I feel like that
They were great.
yeah.
No, it's kind of all, yeah.
I'm actually really interested to see what Usher's gonna do with them because it's so not in his vein of music
Right.
at all.
It's really.
I think he'll
but
kill it.
Usher is so
Usher's a
talented.
genius.
And Blake even said, I couldn't tell if it was country or not, so maybe I shouldn't have spent so much time thinking about that. But that means that because it's not so country, what else is going to be? Anything else that Usher
Exactly.
can do, so it's perfect. They're going to create something awesome.
Which is weird for Blake to say that because in the past he's always gone for the duos. Like
Yeah.
that used to be his
Yeah.
bread and butter.
But I
And
wonder too.
that was the reaction that he had. That was like, on the show, it was them,
Do you
but he
think
didn't
Blake
pick
knew
them.
it was a duo?
What's that?
Do you think Blake knew it was
How
a duo?
can you not
Yes.
hear two voices?
They sound. If you didn't listen, even when they go off and do their
If you
same
didn't look.
things, they sound. Oh yeah.
What's
they
even
sound
cooler
so
about
similar.
them is that they're identical twins. So
Yeah.
it means their vocal cords are exactly the
same.
same. It's so cool. Gosh, I can't wait to hear them sing more stuff.
Gosh, I wish I had a twin.
That's why I'm here.
Yay!
Aw.
So Tanner James is on Team Usher, another one we didn't see.
Sorry, Tanner.
And
Tanner,
then-
I think I know you. If you're watching this, I think I've met you before. I'm pretty sure I
All
have.
right.
It was at a karaoke bar, actually. I'm like almost. I'm 94% sure.
He's
I've
all
met
from
him.
like Louisiana, somewhere far.
That's funny. Melissa, I think it's
Jimenez.
Jimenez.
It's Jimenez.
Jimenez. Oh, sorry. You say it.
One more time.
Melissa Jimenez.
Thank
AKA
you.
my next wife.
She's saying "If I Ain't Got You, Baby" by Alicia Keys. She kind of looks like Tila Tequila.
Oh no!
Don't you talk about my wife like that.
No,
thought-
no, she's much
She's
prettier.
gorgeous.
I thought
did
she looked like
not
Ariana
think-
Grande. Ariana.
Grande.
No.
I did not like this song choice for her because when she started off, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I don't think she should have started off a cappella.
No. To her credit, I had a friend who auditioned for the show, and he says that when you get out there, it is a warehouse, and you're not wearing an earpiece. There are no speakers pointing back at you. You can't hear anything you're doing, and so for her to go out there and do that a cappella, because you hear once the music hits in, she finds where she needs to be,
Yep.
and you could tell it was just because she started there. But you know what? She committed to where she started, kept it going a cappella, and what a risky move. I really like it. Her story when she came out, and I think it's easy to not like her.
Yes.
Because she's so gorgeous and she was signed and things like that. But I mean, the girl can sing, and not the best song choice. It's a little boring and average, and Alicia Keys is amazing, and everybody tries to cover her.
Right.
Which is never a
that
good
was my
choice for
problem.
shows like
While
this.
she was singing, I was like, oh, I want to go back and listen to Alicia Keys' version of this. I wasn't like, oh, let me download you.
But
Yeah.
you know what? It wasn't bad though. I don't think she had a bad note in there.
No, I thought she did really good. I like the fact that she switched into Spanish in the midst to also show that she can go out on that
See,
realm
and
too.
I thought that was cheap.
well,
I'm like,
we all
no.
thought that was like, oh, now
Hey,
it's made
let's
for
let the
Shakira.
No.
Latina weigh in on this.
It was all right, but what's funny is that to make a comparison with Selena, who was someone who's an English speaker who didn't speak Spanish, she pronounced her Spanish better in like song. Like this girl didn't, even though it sounded like she spoke Spanish, it was like off a little bit. And it was funny because I don't know why she would have done that if she wasn't gonna pick Shakira.
Yeah, that's what I thought was interesting.
yeah.
No, I think she came in wanting Shakira, and then Usher
won her over.
turned. And I think this is interesting.
She's like, I want to be Confessions 3.
No, that's terrible.
Can't you be My Confessions 1?
Yeah, you're right.
Come on.
The thing about her, though, that I think choosing Usher was the wrong choice was if you were with Wyclef before and then you were signed, you were probably doing what Usher's going to do with you.
Yep.
You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
You know,
Got
and
it.
so she just kind of fell back into an old pattern, I think. Usher's super talented. So is Wyclef Jean, though. And
Yeah.
it's going with Shakira and someone who can,
I
who's a
agree.
woman
Yeah,
who's sexy like
absolutely.
her, can be like, this is how you work your body. This is how you make everybody love you. Because Shakira is sexy, and
yeah.
but every girl loves her. No one hates her. You know what I mean?
I think that's the thing, because immediately when I saw her, I'm like, this girl just seems kind of bitchy. And she's going to get out there right now, and her competition is somebody like Ariana Grande, who is this cute little girl who can wail. And she just seems like a...
Who's older.
Like
Yeah,
an
Shakira
older,
would've-
more jaded version of that. And Shakira could have brought out the rock side of her or something.
Shakira would have been able to bring out her age out of her.
Yeah.
Not this, like, MJ, cool sweetheart, but your name's, what was?
Melissa.
Jimenez. Yeah, like.
Isn't she like in her late 20s though?
yeah, she's 29.
Yeah.
But the kind
Believe
of...
me, that would have changed a lot of things if she was a kid. That would
The
have changed.
kind of pop music she's going to be forced to sing is the kind that like is huge when you're in your young 20s. You know what I mean? If you're like Shakira wails and has like this rock influence and this Latin influence, so she's into her 30s and still making hit records.
Sure.
And
know, why wouldn't she pick
if
her?
this girl, and she has a good voice, but if she's not pretty, she wouldn't make it.
Interesting.
That's what I think.
But she got chosen from her voice, not by her looks.
But look at how Christina Aguilera has changed her style of music since the beginning, because now it's about, before it was about the whole thing, and yeah, she's still hot, but it's about, the only person into their 30s making pop hits like that is Britney.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That style of music.
Did you just say ew?
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Excuse.
I know. My bad.
I love
Delete
Britney.
that.
That's coming from that side of the panel, not us.
Yeah,
We love you,
not
Brett.
us.
She said delete that.
Hashtag delete, delete, delete.
Let the twins do their thing. Let the
Yeah,
twins
if you
do
don't
their
love
thing.
Britney, you're not American.
Yeah.
Um,
This is America.
speaking
and we
of
love-
America,
I'm living in Canada.
let's get into Team Blake. Sorry, I just got off. I just got really
Yes,
passionate about pop
let's
music.
get into Team Blake.
So I don't know if it was Noah Elise or Liz from night 2. He sang Me and Mrs. Jones by Billy Paul. I was just kind of very underwhelmed by him.
He's a good lounge singer.
I wrote, he sounds good, but does he have star quality?
Yeah, exactly. And this song oozes sex. That's what it's about. And I felt like it was like a high school talent show.
There's something about Blake. He always turns around for the crooners, and I don't understand why. And
The whaters?
The crooners.
Which is
It's a type of singer.
okay. Sorry. I'm one of those people that I didn't know. I'm sorry. Damn it.
And I think he must secretly want to be a crooner
I think so.
because
He actually
always
almost
turns around
has
for
a
them.
Blake Shelton like quality to his voice if you're just listening to it.
Interesting.
I think I hear what you're saying, but
And I think Blake is friends with all of these actual crooner, like Michael Bublé and Kelly Clarkson, who can both like sing this type of song, and you're like, oh my god. But Blake, you should have better taste then.
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's the thing is he will turn around for some guy like this, but not turn around for,
Yeah.
the brothers.
Well,
Yeah.
I think
exactly.
especially with this type of music, he has the voice, but it's hard to teach swag and confidence.
And that's all
over
crooners
2
do.
months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to be a good crooner, you have to swag has to sweat out of
Yeah,
you.
crooner.
Yeah, but
also
that's
known
something
as
natural
panty
because
dropper.
that's like the artist that you said. That's just something that they had from the beginning when Kelly was
Yeah.
doing her thing. Like that was her
Yeah.
style. That's what she presented every time. And if you're looking for it, then you're doing too much.
Totally.
I bet he was the best kid in his high school choir.
Oh,
He got all the solos.
Yep.
sad.
So next up on Team Blake is Ryan White Maloney, who sang Lights by Journey.
And I loved it. This is one of my favorite songs, and he did it justice, and he did his own thing on it, which is tough. But wow, he has an interesting look, wouldn't you say?
I feel like. Okay.
This is the
okay. No, wait,
if you were watching this, I wish everyone saw her face right now. It was so good.
I honestly feel that this is the spawn of Adam and Blake. He's a big dude with the black hair and the high-pitched voice, but then he's got to get the big, kind of gruffy look a little bit like
then he
Blake.
has
And then
Adam's little hair
the hair and the
and the face.
tattoos like
You know
Adam.
what? I thought his voice was just okay. When he hits the high notes, I'm gonna get technical again. He hits them like in the back of his head, and they need to come out your forehead when you sing
Yeah.
them. And I thought he lost a lot of the power because of where he's placing them. Like it needs to come through your forehead.
Yeah,
and
and
it
in
would have
that
been a lot
part-
more powerful.
In that part, he decided to go down, and in the song, Steve Perry actually goes up, 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 up.
Yeah.
And he scaled it down, which is interesting.
It was very like, not karaoke, but like open mic night.
It was like a
I thought he did good.
I think he'll get voted off before the live rounds.
I think so too.
I think he'll pass. Yeah, one more. I think he'll get past the battle, but then lose in a knockout.
God, battles are going to be so interesting. I'm
Yeah.
already excited for them.
Anybody else have any more thoughts on?
No.
Ryan White Maloney.
he's kind of already forgettable. We're not really chatting back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think
I mean, that's not
Basic.
a bad voice, but no, yeah.
because I think is the next one the one that we have to prepare ourselves
Yes,
for.
everybody get ready.
OMG.
Take a deep breath. It's Sandra Lewis
good.
from Team Blake who sang Ain't No Way by Aretha. And
say,
she's I loved her backstory about
Oh,
how her
yes, everybody listen to
dad
this.
pushed her into music and then she worked for Celine Dion, but oh my god.
You can't teach control like this.
Well,
Welcome
I
to
think she's
Easy
been taught.
Listening
That's
on
why she's so good.
AfterBuzz Television.
This is the quiet storm.
I just wanna bathe in her honey of her voice.
Can we go ahead and talk in our deep voices tonight?
Yeah, because when
With
she
pleasure.
sings,
Actually, my deep voice just scared me, so I'm gonna stop.
I'm the only one here with an actual deep voice. So.
that's not true. I was a bass.
Were you also a
I was a
bass?
bass.
We were both bass.
I was an alto.
She is so freaking
That is
good.
incredible.
Okay, Her story is Oprah worthy.
Yes.
It's Oprah worthy. Let's talk about it. She was a fruit picker in Florida.
That's a good working,
She is
hardworking
a
woman.
preacher's daughter, sang in the church, and her daddy gave her permission to sing her way out of the grove.
What a
already
good
wanna watch the
God
movie.
damn.
She made me cry twice in her story.
Yeah,
My
and
Lord.
but her
it's true.
voice, you can't sing Aretha. Like, you can't sing Aretha. And she killed it.
Not even that. I didn't even think of Aretha
I didn't either.
once.
Not once.
Not once.
Wait,
Exactly.
This is Sassandra's song, right? I mean, she
Yeah.
wrote this, right?
Yeah.
The songs like this are so hard to do because if somebody's singing a big song, Aretha or Whitney, you're nervous watching it because you're like, are they going to do it at the end? And you're
Yeah.
not nervous. You're so
Incredible.
comfortable watching her
my
and
God.
you're just in awe.
How is she gonna go up from this though?
I know. Oh no,
That's
she
a
will.
good
But you know
point.
what? People used to say that about Candace Glover on American Idol, and she kept. There's just different ways of performing a certain song, and that's
Yeah.
what I liked about her also is because you know how they always say like, how do you, when you were just saying about that one girl, wow, she actually could deliver the song. I felt like she understood it because there's some passion behind
Yeah.
it, but that's a grown ass woman.
But
and so
that's-
she delivered that song
She's gonna
The
real
only
sell
well.
thing that makes
a lot.
me nervous is that Judith Hill,
Right.
who
Just
is on
thinking
the
it was,
same,
like, same level.
of vocal ability, like both insanely good singers.
Oh, because of their age.
No,
No,
oh,
no,
not even because
Judith-
she
if
had
they're
like this huge
similar
moment in the
stories.
beginning where like she was Michael Jackson's backup singer.
Right.
Huge moment, huge voice, and the minute she decided to take a risk in the show, I think she did a Justin Bieber song. She got voted off.
Oh man.
But what's different, I think, is Judith the whole time was trying to fight her story and, you know, stand up and out of it.
Yeah.
Where I think Sasandra is so
Embracing it.
adult and so beyond. There's so much more to her
I think
than
so,
just
too.
being Celine Dion's backup singer. You know, she has her background before that, and then she also has her kids. And I mean, in that one song, you heard and saw her whole life. And I think she's going to bring that. And she also has, I mean, Judith Hill is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan. But she has more personality.
Yeah.
And
than
then,
Judith
and
does.
the other key thing with this is, which judge in the history do you think has the best success on picking the right song for their singer? It's generally been Blake.
Yeah, Blake's contestants usually
And
chart.
Blake-
on.
As
knows.
odd of a match I think as this is, the fact that she's with Blake.
No, perfect.
He's going to get the right songs for her.
Oh yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, this woman does not need to be coached. At the end, they are all coming to her for notes. You know what I mean?
Word.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, she managed
she's-
Celine Dion.
Yeah,
Yes,
like she's
that's
taking
exactly.
notes to Celine,
Exactly.
for goodness
Yeah.
sakes. Like,
But I-
the
that's
best
why-
singer out there.
I
perfect
do
in
think
Blake.
it's a perfect pairing though because
Yeah.
they have such different perspectives that I think
she needs that.
yeah, and I think that's going to be the best for her on the show because I think if she was on Adam's team, that's so
Well,
similar
what is
to
Adam going to
Tessan.
show her? What is Shakira going to show her? And what is Usher going to show her?
Usher's gonna show her how to
what I'm saying-
dance.
Exactly. That's it.
No,
So-
I think Adam would have been a total wrong choice for her. Shakira would have been good because Shakira is also a woman, and Shakira could have taken her and been like, okay, you have the voice. We're not going to work on that. We're going to work on this. You as a woman performer, and she would have pulled the performance aspect out of her. And I think Usher would have done the same. And Usher would have brought the R&B industry into
Yeah.
it. What's so interesting and cool about Blake being her is that Blake is not gonna try and give her one vocal note ever because Blake, to be honest, is not a great singer. I mean, he's good
Yeah.
and he does his thing and he has so much
But
personality.
he's an artist.
Right,
Yeah.
he's an artist, but he's not a singer like she is. And so he's going to come at it and he's going to be like, we're going to take your personality and we're going to brand you. Because when you think of Blake, you know his brand. He is just a good old country boy and that's
likes
his
to
brand.
drink. Yep.
Yep, and so he's going to brand her and
She's
he's
going to be
really
singing
going to
with a
make her.
martini glass from now
Oh,
on.
my Lord.
I love that.
God.
No, she's so good, and I'm so happy she ended it because you can't they could not have put
can't.
her
You
can't
anywhere
top
else
that.
on the show.
Yeah. I just am really interested to see what she's going to do. It'll
Yeah,
be
let's
cool when she
pick a
sings
song.
the Celine
What-
Dion song.
Oh, that would be cool.
They're going to make her do it, but probably not for like at least 4 more episodes.
There have been a couple suggestions in the chat roll as far as
Oh, yeah?
songs for her. Natural Woman.
Oh, of
And
course.
Fallen.
Ooh,
Fallen would be
another
good.
good one.
Yeah,
She
so a
could
couple of
really
those.
do Fallen, and
Ooh.
you would not think of Alicia.
I have a question for our viewers. I just want to know which song from now could she sing that would be able to
Yeah, Let's get really current.
Okay,
Let's
hold on.
get
Let's all think
current.
right now. Everybody think.
So like a current song for her right now.
I don't care what y'all think. I'm asking.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Well, let me tell you.
A current song right now.
I can't even.
Part of me wants, I mean, it's a tame song for her, but I want to hear what she does with Say Something.
No.
I want to hear her do.
Chloe just completely shut me
No,
down.
sorry.
No, I want to hear her do Rihanna.
Yes.
Story of my life, searching for the way.
No.
Unfaithful.
Hell
and I want to
no.
hear her wail it.
No.
Yeah, dude. Actually, I do want to hear
Out of
her-
all the Rihanna songs.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my jam. That's my jam.
or Stay by Rihanna.
Yeah,
You said right now. Stay's like a year old.
that counts.
Yeah,
I
come
didn't.
on.
Well,
I was thinking currently.
Like
Whatever.
actually on the
you were thinking currently, but I meant more like within the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
5.
3 to 5 years.
Okay, well, that broadens the horizon a little bit.
You got anything?
You're the one who asked us.
Nope.
I know that's why it was a question because I'm like I can't even think of it. You let me know.
You know what? Actually, it would be cool to hear her do like "Jesus Take the Wheel" or something country because she's with Blake, but like make it a
Yeah.
powerhouse. I mean, it's a powerhouse song anyway. But
Sort of how Whitney took Dolly Parton's "I Will Always
yeah,
Love You."
and do it that way.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. There was a lot of no's. Do you want to talk about any of them?
Yeah, I mean, real quick, let's breeze through them.
Let's breeze through. Let's just talk about the guy that tried to do Queen Bee. Brendan Ryan, who sang "Love on Top."
You know, I really hope he comes back. I really liked him, and he took a big risk, and I thought he did great.
I was rooting for this guy. You know, like the personal stuff. Went to school 40 minutes from where I grew up. Improviser, which I live off of, and I thought he did really good. I was really surprised nobody turned in their chairs for him.
What makes Beyonce so incredible are the range in her song, and that
Especially
song
this
goes
song.
just as high as it does low, and he didn't have the low notes. He was like
That's true.
reaching for
That's
them,
true.
Yeah.
and I thought if he had that, I think they would have turned around. But that song goes low so much that it like showed off that he has a small range.
I think it was cool that he did his little like rendition of it, I guess, on his guitar and whatnot. But like, yeah, it just wasn't. And what they said that you need to choose a song that like represents you, and it's the same thing with the connecting thing. Like I see, cool, I appreciate you for what you're doing and
Yeah.
your uniqueness and everything, but sing something that's definitely gonna represent you because I didn't
Yeah,
think
'cause that's
that
cool to do
that didn't
later
show
on
a
in the
side of him.
competition.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you're a less good version of Beyonce. Bye bye.
That's everybody.
Yeah, and that's
that's
everybody.
true.
But that's everybody, and I know that he knew
Queen
that,
Bee.
but he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Anyone else you want to talk about?
Robert Lee, I liked him. I like
See,
that good old country boy.
I thought, like the artsy girls, he was faking a lot of the like vocal choices he
Interesting.
took. Like, I don't think that's his voice.
Got it.
Yeah.
I think that he was just nasally, the way that they said. He was
Oh.
a little bit nasally, and he kept it there. His range wasn't going anywhere for the most part, and it just
Yeah, he did nothing for me.
It stayed there.
Do we have any news and gossip?
Nothing crazy happening on this show yet.
No, not,
It's doing really well still.
Yeah, it's holding its own.
It's doing
Just the
well.
top show ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty good. Let's get into predictions then.
Prediction.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Besides Cassandra, because we're all gonna say her, so you're already voted through Cassandra.
All right.
Who do you guys think will make it to the top?
To the top.
Just from the ones that we talked about today?
Yeah.
Or, okay. For the ones we talked about today, I like Clarissa. I think she can go far.
Then my favorite were the brothers.
Yeah.
Brothers.
Yeah, I
Good
say
too.
the brothers, Clarissa or Madilyn, Paige.
I think the brothers. I think they got something special.
Yeah. Perfect.
I was feeling them from like they were just
You feeling
super
that?
bomb. Feeling
Yeah.
it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Da-na-na-na-na-na. Okay, we will all be back in here next week, guys. In the meantime, you can find all of us on social media. Where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Chloe West X.
You can find me on Twitter at CRosieVOC.
And you can find me at Stephanie Giorgi and on Instagram at SteffiG47.
And I am on Twitter and Instagram at Jason Ikeler. We will see you guys back in here next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.